Hi, I'm Dingo. I'm here to tell you a few tips and tricks about the new Slime Rancher 2 that will hopefully make your gameplay just a little easier. So let's start off at the ranch. You've just spawned in, and you see you have plots. Now you have 8 plots, just like the original Slime Rancher. You start with 8 to do whatever you want with, but there are also the unlockable areas, which include 5 plots each. Each one of these, this includes 4, give you 5, which equals 28 plots total, which is actually a few more than the original, which I believe was about 26 plots, not including the expansions from the other farmers and such. Now what you want to do with these plots is up to you, but I will warn you, when you go and collect your angler slimes, you do not want to put them in a pond. I promise, I made that mistake. They got out, they were everywhere. They do not go in ponds. Only the pond slimes do. Still, I don't get it either, but they're land fish. Do what I did, make catfish. You know, do what you want. They don't go in the pond. So going with that logic, the cotton slimes actually do not eat carrots as their favorite food. They eat cabbage. So make sure you're referring to that Slimepedia to just check up on all the new slimes and make sure you know what they like, because it might not be what you think they like. Up next we have science. Now the science kind of works in the same way it did in the original. You're going to need plorts, you're going to need resources. Now in order to get these resources, you're going to want to get your first upgrade, which I suggest should be the resource harvester. Now the resource harvester is going to allow you to go around and collect all those rocks, all those brines, all that. Now in this game it works a little different. You're going to see areas where it looks like there's either sand or oil or water bursting from the ground. Those are resources. You're going to want to pick those up. Each different texture represents a different resource that you're going to be able to harvest from that area. Along with that, there's going to be rocks. There are going to be rocks in the mountains, there's going to be rocks in the ground. You're going to want to use a resource harvester on those and collect them as well. Now, the beehives, which don't look important at first, actually do give you honey. So you're not going to want to ignore those. You're going to need your resource harvester on that, and you can get multiple different ones, including the honey and the beeswax. One way that you're going to be able to tell the difference, though, which was surprising for me, I really loved finding this out, was that the different colored honey will actually tell you what resource that beehive is going to give you. The lighter one is going to give you stuff like the beeswax, or the darker one is going to give you stuff like the honey. It's really great. Same thing for the stuff that comes out of the ground. If it looks like oil, it's probably going to give you the oil. If it looks like brine, it's going to give you the brine. If it looks like sand, it's going to be sand. So it's really great and convenient that you can just tell what you're looking for, and if you need it, you can pick it up at any time. So, clay pots. These don't really look like pots, they look like rocks, but they sound like pots and they break like pots. Throw them against a wall like the crates from the original Slime Rancher. They'll break, give you a little money, a little bit of food, maybe even a slime if you're lucky. Trust me, break them, it's worth it. So moving around in this game, you're going to find the gordos. And this is great, and they can be used in the same way, whereas you want to feed them, because they're going to give you teleporting, they're going to give you special sciences behind them, all kinds of stuff. So you're going to want to definitely prioritize them. Now what's nice is they do show up on the map now. So make sure that if you find one, you either feed it, so it'll show up on the map if you're too far away, or if you can get close enough, get really close to it. Basically touch it, and it will show up on your map, therefore you can come back and you can find it when you're ready to feed it. Referring back to the Slimepedia, we know that phosphorus slimes do not do well during the day. They need to be in a special pen or in a cave. Well, there's a new slime that needs that too. It's the ring-tailed slime, or like the raccoon slime, basically. It does not do well during the day. It turns to stone. You cannot put it in your inventory, even as a smaller slime. And it basically is just useless. Won't produce plorts, won't eat, none of that. It won't die, it will just be turned into stone. So you're going to want to put that in a special place where there is zero daylight getting to it. So you're exploring the new islands. It's beautiful, it's lovely, and you find the butterfly gordo. It's beautiful, but it only eats moon nectar. Now what took me a little long to figure out, unfortunately, was, of course, they only grow by moonlight. So you're going to want to look for these flowers. These flowers will grow on trees, on statues, on the ground, and they will pop out moon nectars at night. They grow very slowly, they grow very few, it's very annoying. So you're going to want to, live on this island for a little while you try and pop the gordo. Now, the smaller butterfly slimes also only take moon nectar. So you're going to want to mix them with another slime if you want them to eat anything while they're back at your farm. Additionally, talking about plots, there's a new feature to chicken coops. You can now add an upgrade that will take any elderly chicken out of your plots so that your chickens can do whatever chickens do, and you'll be able to collect the elderly chicken at a later date. Also, on the chicken topic, I feel as though Slimer 2 really upped it on the chicken. I don't know, let me know in the comments if anybody else feels this way, but when I come back from a couple days exploring, I all of a sudden have a ton of chickens in my plots. And in, you know, Slime Rancher 1, I feel like I would come back from a few days and there would just be no chickens. I'd get like 2 extra chickens, and now I just feel like I've got way too many chickens. So let me know if you also have experiences. I'd love to know if it's just my luck or if anybody else has just been abundant with chickens. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and go ahead and follow me over on Twitch if you want to see me live. I recently streamed Slime Rancher 2 and it came out, and I would love to see you there. Goodbye!